All right, so here we are for social studies. And I just want to remind you real quick that last week in social studies, we talked about needs and wants. And needs are things that we need for us to live, right? To stay healthy and for us to stay safe. Something like our home, right? Shelter, food, food to eat, right? Water to drink, soap to stay clean. Even a car, right? Moms and dads, we need a car to drive you guys around and get to places. In some places, like if you live in New York City, where you can walk everywhere and there's subways and buses everywhere, maybe you don't need a car to live there. Where we live, we kind of need a car, right? So that might even things like that that help you do what you need to do. Those are needs, right? Mom and dad, they need to pay for the house, right? Things that we want that maybe don't necessarily need, right? Things that we want. The things that we want are things that we enjoy, right? Things that we don't need, but things that we really like. Remember, we have our needs, right? I need new clothes to keep my body safe. I want a really, really, really nice pair of boots, even though I have boots that fit me already, right? So need would be something like, I need new snow boots. My ones last year got lost, right? They're gone. So I need new ones to keep my feet protected from the snow this year. And I might go to the store and I might make choices. And those choices of how we make things kind of help us figure out what it is that we get, right? Now, when we go to the store and we buy our wants and we buy our needs, sometimes we get different types of things. And that's what we're going to be talking about this week. We're going to be talking about goods and services. Now, goods doesn't mean like when I say that you guys are so good. That's a multiple meaning word. So I say good, like you are awesome, you are good, high five. Goods also has another meaning. And it means the things that we go out and the things that we buy, right? I go to the store and I buy some markers. Those are a good, right? Things that we buy, right? Goods are things. Services is work that a person does for another person, right? Like, I go to see a doctor and he helps me to know if I am healthy, right? That is a need. I go to the store and I buy a good, maybe markers, which for school, that's a need also. And there are goods and services. Some are wants, some are needs. And all of this, they all have to do with each other. So this is what we're going to be talking about. And I want to read a poem that I have to help us learn a little bit more about goods and services. Goods are different things that people make and use. We can buy and sell any goods we choose. Services are jobs or work one person does for another. We can buy or sell services to each other. So that was a really special poem, and I like that I hear. So goods are different things that people make and use. So can you make good? Right? Did someone in a factory make a sweater? Did someone make shoes? Did someone make artwork? Right? Those are all things that we buy, right? Those are goods. And we might use them or we might just keep them, right? I use my new clothing. Maybe the artwork that I bought, I just hang on the wall, right? So we might use them. We might not use them, but we still have them, right? We still went out and bought them. They're tangible things. Something that I can hold, right? I went out and I bought a good. Services are jobs or work one person does for another. So I go to someone who goes and cuts my hair. I go to the hairdresser, or you might go to a barber, and I pay him to cut my hair. Now, he didn't give me anything. I didn't go and get anything from him, but he did a service for me. He cut my hair for me. So services are jobs or work one person does for another. This is still a little bit tricky. Let's take a closer look. I'm going to erase this here. Okay. So, goods. Goods are things we buy or use, like furniture, like groceries, like clothing, like your tablet, like books, right? Like markers, like crayons, like a phone. Those are all things that we buy and we use them, right? And we bring them home with us. Services are jobs that people do to help other people. Like a police officer, right? His service, he gets paid to do his job, right? It's his job. But he goes out and he protects other people, right? He doesn't go make anything. A nurse, it is her job to make sure people are healthy and make sure that people are safe, right? She doesn't sell you anything, but you go and see her, right? When maybe you're at the hospital or you're at the doctor's office, and she looks in your ears and she looks in your nose and she listens to your heartbeat and takes your blood temperature, your blood pressure, and she's doing a service for you. She's taking care of something for you that you can't do yourself, right? She went to school and she learned how to do that. How about a babysitter, right? How many of you guys have babysitters? They do a service for your mom and dad, and they stay with you. And maybe sometimes your family is a babysitter. Maybe sometimes it's someone altogether, right? Someone outside of your family. And they're doing a service for your parents. They're hanging out with the kids, right? That way mom and dad can go out. And those are just some examples of goods and services. So I believe all of you guys have this book that says Goods and Services. And what we're going to do is we're going to go through this right now. Goods and services are both things that people spend their money on. People can have jobs making goods or jobs providing a service. You could go to the store and buy a new bike. At the same store, the person that sells the bikes, he might also be a bicycle repairman, right? So he might provide a service and a good. You can buy a bike from him and he might repair your bike for you if you go in with a broken chain or a broken tire or it needs fixing, right? So he could provide a service. He could fix your bike for you, or he could provide a good. Bus drivers provide a service. They bring you from one place to another place, right? If you didn't have a car, you might take a bus, or if you're going somewhere different, you might take a bus. When you buy food to eat, you are buying items that are called goods. You're buying the goods at a grocery store. And people that work at a grocery store, they're providing you a service, right? They are selling you those goods. When you take your sick pet to a veterinarian, he or she is providing a service by caring for your pet. So we are not getting it. Sometimes they give us a good also. They might give us a medicine to take care of that pet. But she's also providing us a service, right? I bring Opie, my dog, to the vet because sometimes I don't know what's wrong with him. And she provides a service for us and helps me know how to get him better. Goods are things that we buy or use. Clothes, cars, books, computers, and many other items are examples of things that we call goods. Services are jobs people do to help others. A doctor provides a service by helping sick people. A mailman or a mail carrier provides a service by delivering our mail, right? We're not paying him for the mail. It's not a good, but he's bringing it to us from the post office or from wherever it came from, right? He's providing us a service by bringing it to us. People can have jobs where they earn money providing a good or doing a service for others. If you work at a grocery store, right, you're providing a good. If you work in a restaurant, you're providing a good, and the waiters and waitresses are also providing a service, right? They're bringing the food out to you. If someone comes into your house and cleans your house for you, they're providing you a service, right? Now, on the last page, we see pictures of a bed, a pilot, scissors, a park ranger, right? Someone that keeps the park safe, a doll, and a babysitter. What I want you to do is draw a red circle around all the items that are goods. Now remember, goods are things that we buy or use. Make a blue square or a blue box around the people who are providing a service. And services are jobs that people do to help other people. When you're done with that, send me a picture of it on Seesaw so I know how you did. And have an awesome, awesome Monday, guys. Bye.